तुझे प्यार करते हैं करते रहेंगे कि दिल बन के दिल में धड़कते रहेंगे। तुझे प्यार करते हैं करते रहेंगे कि दिल बन के दिल में धड़कते रहेंगे। तुझे प्यार करते हैं करते रहेंगे कि दिल बन के दिल में धड़कते रहेंगे। तुझे भूल जाऊं ये मुमकिन नहीं है, कहीं भी रहूं मेरा दिल तो यही है। तुझे भूल जाऊं ये मुमकिन नहीं है, कहीं भी रहूं मेरा दिल तो यही है। घटे चांद लेकिन मुझे गम न होगा, तेरा प्यार दिल से कभी कम न होगा। गुजरने को ये दिन गुजरते रहेंगे कि दिल बन के दिल में धड़कते रहेंगे। तुझे प्यार करते हैं करते रहेंगे कि दिल बन के दिल में धड़कते रहेंगे। करते हैं करते रहेंगे कि दिल बन के दिल में धड़कते रहेंगे। अगर मर गया रूह आया करेगी, तुझे देख कर गीत गाया करेगी। अगर मर गया रूह आया करेगी, तुझे देख कर गीत गाया करेगी। मुझे देख कर तुम न आंसू बहाना, बस इतनी गुजारिश है तुम मुस्कुराना। तेरे प्यार में रंग भरते रहेंगे कि दिल बन के दिल में धड़कते रहेंगे। तुझे प्यार करते हैं करते रहेंगे कि दिल बन के दिल में धड़कते रहेंगे। तुझे प्यार करते हैं करते रहेंगे कि दिल बन के दिल में धड़कते रहेंगे। करते हैं करते रहेंगे कि दिल बन के दिल में धड़कते रहेंगे। तुझे प्यार करते हैं करते रहेंगे कि दिल बन के दिल में धड़कते रहेंगे। तुझे प्यार करते हैं करते रहेंगे कि दिल बन के दिल में धड़कते रहेंगे। तुझे भूल जाऊं ये मुमकिन नहीं है, कहीं भी रहूं मेरा दिल तो यही है। तुझे भूल जाऊं ये मुमकिन नहीं है, कहीं भी रहूं मेरा दिल तो यही है। घटे चांद लेकिन मुझे गम न होगा, तेरा प्यार दिल से कभी कम न होगा। गुजरने को ये दिन गुजरते रहेंगे कि दिल बन के दिल में धड़कते रहेंगे। तुझे प्यार करते हैं करते रहेंगे कि दिल बन के दिल में धड़कते रहेंगे। करते हैं करते रहेंगे कि दिल बन के दिल में धड़कते रहेंगे। अगर मर गया रूह आया करेगी, तुझे देख कर गीत गाया करेगी। अगर मर गया रूह आया करेगी, तुझे देख कर गीत गाया करेगी। मुझे देख कर तुम न आंसू बहाना, बस इतनी गुजारिश है तुम मुस्कुराना। तेरे प्यार में रंग भरते रहेंगे कि दिल बन के दिल में धड़कते रहेंगे। तुझे प्यार करते हैं करते रहेंगे कि दिल बन के दिल में धड़कते रहेंगे। तुझे प्यार करते हैं करते रहेंगे कि दिल बन के दिल में धड़कते रहेंगे। तुझे प्यार करते हैं करते रहेंगे कि दिल बन के दिल में धड़कते रहेंगे। तुझे प्यार करते हैं करते रहेंगे कि दिल बन के दिल में धड़कते रहेंगे। तुझे प्यार करते हैं करते रहेंगे कि दिल बन के दिल में धड़कते रहेंगे। कहीं भी रहूं मेरा दिल तो यही है। तुझे भूल जाऊं ये मुमकिन नहीं है। कहीं भी रहूं मेरा दिल तो यही है। घटे चांद लेकिन मुझे गम न होगा। तेरा प्यार दिल से कभी कम न होगा। गुजरने को ये दिन गुजरते रहेंगे कि दिल बन के दिल में धड़कते रहेंगे। तुझे प्यार करते हैं करते रहेंगे कि दिल बन के दिल में धड़कते रहेंगे। करते रहेंगे कि दिल बन के दिल में धड़कते रहेंगे। अगर मर गया रूह आया करेगी, तुझे देख कर गीत गाया करेगी। अगर मर गया रूह आया करेगी, तुझे देख कर गीत गाया करेगी। मुझे देख कर तुम न आंसू बहाना, बस इतनी गुजारिश है तुम मुस्कुराना। तेरे प्यार में रंग भरते रहेंगे कि दिल बन के दिल में धड़कते रहेंगे। तुझे प्यार करते हैं करते रहेंगे कि दिल बन के दिल में धड़कते रहेंगे। तुझे प्यार करते हैं करते रहेंगे कि दिल बन के दिल में धड़कते रहेंगे। तुझे प्यार करते हैं करते रहेंगे कि दिल बन के दिल में धड़कते रहेंगे। तुझे प्यार करते हैं करते रहेंगे कि दिल बन के दिल में धड़कते रहेंगे। तुझे प्यार करते हैं करते रहेंगे कि दिल बन के दिल में धड़कते रहेंगे। तुझे भूल जाऊं ये मुमकिन नहीं है, कहीं भी रहूं मेरा दिल तो यही है। तुझे भूल जाऊं ये मुमकिन नहीं है, कहीं भी रहूं मेरा दिल तो यही है। घटे चांद लेकिन मुझे गम न होगा, तेरा प्यार दिल से कभी कम न होगा। गुजरने को ये दिन गुजरते रहेंगे कि दिल बन के दिल में धड़कते रहेंगे। तुझे प्यार करते हैं करते रहेंगे कि दिल बन के दिल में धड़कते रहेंगे। करते रहेंगे कि दिल बन के दिल में धड़कते रहेंगे। अगर मर गया रूह आया करेगी, तुझे देख कर गीत गाया करेगी। अगर मर गया रूह आया करेगी, तुझे देख कर गीत गाया करेगी। मुझे देख कर तुम न आंसू बहाना, बस इतनी गुजारिश है तुम मुस्कुराना। तेरे प्यार में रंग भरते रहेंगे कि दिल बन के दिल में धड़कते रहेंगे। तुझे प्यार करते हैं करते रहेंगे कि दिल बन के दिल में धड़कते रहेंगे। तुझे प्यार करते हैं करते रहेंगे कि दिल बन के दिल में धड़कते रहेंगे। तुझे प्यार करते हैं करते रहेंगे कि दिल बन के दिल में धड़कते रहेंगे। तुझे प्यार करते हैं करते रहेंगे कि दिल बन के दिल में धड़कते रहेंगे। तुझे प्यार करते हैं करते रहेंगे कि दिल बन के दिल में धड़कते रहेंगे। कहीं भी रहूं मेरा दिल तो यही है। तुझे भूल जाऊं ये मुमकिन नहीं है। कहीं भी रहूं मेरा दिल तो यही है। घटे चांद लेकिन मुझे गम न होगा। तेरा प्यार दिल से कभी कम न होगा। गुजरने को ये दिन गुजरते रहेंगे कि दिल बन के दिल में धड़कते रहेंगे।
तेरा नाम ले लेके जीते रहेंगे। तेरा नाम ले लेके मरते रहेंगे।
तुझे प्यार करते हैं करते रहेंगे कि दिल बन के दिल में धड़कते रहेंगे। करते हैं करते रहेंगे कि दिल बन के दिल में धड़कते रहेंगे। अगर मर गया रूह आया करेगी, तुझे देख कर गीत गाया करेगी। अगर मर गया रूह आया करेगी, तुझे देख कर गीत गाया करेगी। मुझे देख कर तुम न आंसू बहाना, बस इतनी गुजारिश है तुम मुस्कुराना। तेरे प्यार में रंग भरते रहेंगे कि दिल बन के दिल में धड़कते रहेंगे।
तेरा नाम ले लेके जीते रहेंगे, तेरा नाम ले लेके मरते रहेंगे।
तुझे प्यार करते हैं करते रहेंगे कि दिल बन के दिल में धड़कते रहेंगे। तुझे प्यार करते हैं करते रहेंगे कि दिल बन के दिल में धड़कते रहेंगे। तुझे प्यार करते हैं करते रहेंगे कि दिल बन के दिल में धड़कते रहेंगे। तुझे प्यार करते हैं करते रहेंगे कि दिल बन के दिल में धड़कते रहेंगे। तुझे प्यार करते हैं करते रहेंगे कि दिल बन के दिल में धड़कते रहेंगे। तुझे भूल जाऊं ये मुमकिन नहीं है, कहीं भी रहूं मेरा दिल तो यही है। तुझे भूल जाऊं ये मुमकिन नहीं है, कहीं भी रहूं मेरा दिल तो यही है। घटे चांद लेकिन मुझे गम न होगा, तेरा प्यार दिल से कभी कम न होगा। गुजरने को ये दिन गुजरते रहेंगे कि दिल बन के दिल में धड़कते रहेंगे। तुझे प्यार करते हैं करते रहेंगे कि दिल बन के दिल में धड़कते रहेंगे। करते हैं करते रहेंगे कि दिल बन के दिल में धड़कते रहेंगे। अगर मर गया रूह आया करेगी, तुझे देख कर गीत गाया करेगी। अगर मर गया रूह आया करेगी, तुझे देख कर गीत गाया करेगी। मुझे देख कर तुम न आंसू बहाना, बस इतनी गुजारिश है तुम मुस्कुराना। तेरे प्यार में रंग भरते रहेंगे कि दिल बन के दिल में धड़कते रहेंगे। तुझे प्यार करते हैं करते रहेंगे कि दिल बन के दिल में धड़कते रहेंगे। तुझे प्यार करते हैं करते रहेंगे कि दिल बन के दिल में धड़कते रहेंगे। तुझे प्यार करते हैं करते रहेंगे कि दिल बन के दिल में धड़कते रहेंगे। तुझे प्यार करते हैं करते रहेंगे कि दिल बन के दिल में धड़कते रहेंगे। तुझे प्यार करते हैं करते रहेंगे कि दिल बन के दिल में धड़कते रहेंगे। तुझे भूल जाऊं ये मुमकिन नहीं है, कहीं भी रहूं मेरा दिल तो यही है। तुझे भूल जाऊं ये मुमकिन नहीं है, कहीं भी रहूं मेरा दिल तो यही है। घटे चांद लेकिन मुझे गम न होगा, तेरा प्यार दिल से कभी कम न होगा। गुजरने को ये दिन गुजरते रहेंगे कि दिल बन के दिल में धड़कते रहेंगे। तुझे प्यार करते हैं करते रहेंगे कि दिल बन के दिल में धड़कते रहेंगे। करते हैं करते रहेंगे कि दिल बन के दिल में धड़कते रहेंगे। अगर मर गया रूह आया करेगी, तुझे देख कर गीत गाया करेगी। अगर मर गया रूह आया करेगी, तुझे देख कर गीत गाया करेगी। मुझे देख कर तुम न आंसू बहाना, बस इतनी गुजारिश है तुम मुस्कुराना। तेरे प्यार में रंग भरते रहेंगे कि दिल बन के दिल में धड़कते रहेंगे। तुझे प्यार करते हैं करते रहेंगे कि दिल बन के दिल में धड़कते रहेंगे। तुझे प्यार करते हैं करते रहेंगे कि दिल बन के दिल में धड़कते रहेंगे। तुझे प्यार करते हैं करते रहेंगे कि दिल बन के दिल में धड़कते रहें.
Pleasant Sitaram, good morning to everyone. And as we have gathered to perform the Anteshti-karam, the final sacrament in a Hindu life, we ask you to kindly please stand, join your hands together, bow your heads and pray, as we invite the divine intervention of the Lord, Ariyamapitra Sri Krishna, to come amongst us this morning and grant the family the courage to bear the Lord, but more so to grant unto the soul eternal rest and peace. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayanam Namaskrityam Niring Chaivanarupnamam Vasudevam Sutam Devam Kamsachanuramardanam Devaki Paramanandam Krishnam Vande Jagat Guru Ki Bhavai Haranam Sarvalokaikanataham Shantakaram Bhujakashainam Padnamabham Suresham Vishwadharam Gaganasadrisham Meghavarunam Subhangam Lakshmikantam Kamalanainam Yogi Virdhyana Gamyaham Vande Vishnu Bhavai Haranam Sarvalokaikanataham. Bolo Bindraban Bihari Lal ki Jai. May we all be seated in silence. Take your right hand and touch his left. Yeah, right. And take your left hand and touch your right. Om Tat Sat Vishnu 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 Sri Puran Purushotama Adya Brahmane Dvitiye Praharade Shri Shvet Bharat Salte Vaivas Manvantare Ashtadinti Kal Yuge Vipratam Sharne Bhuloke Pranad Vishe Vasindi Skande Shubhamase Shubhakshe Shubhitau Shubhatana Shubhayo Shubh Nakshatra Jajmana. So people the names. Pretanama Satyagi deceased name. Sri Anteshti Mayadiyate Bhau Pratishtata. Take this water. Like liquid in the body, purifying the body and treat them. Om what is Om Mukha Gotra Mukha Pretasya Amukhanam Sookmangal Festival Jal Snanam Mayadiyate Tavau Pratishtata. PhD now, right? अमुख गोत्र अमुख प्रेतस्य अमुखनाम सुखमंगल पुष्टिपो तुलसी दलम मया दीयते तव प्रतिष्ठता. ओम अमुख गोत्र अमुख प्रेतस्य अमुखनाम सुखमंगल पुष्टिपो चंदनम मया ददम प्रेतयनं तदयाकं मया दीयते तव प्रतिष्ठता. अमुख गोत्र अमुख प्रेतस्य गंधम अमुखनाम सुखमंगल पुष्टिपो गंधम मया दत्तं प्रेतयनं तदयाकं मया दीयते तव प्रतिष्ठता. हरि ओम नमो नारायणाय कृष्णाय गोविंद परमात्माय नमः. प्रेतस्य अमुखनाम सुखमंगल पुष्टिपो पुष्पांजलिं पुष्पमाला मया दीयते तव प्रतिष्ठता. May we all kindly please stand. Om Amukha Gotra Amukha Pretasya Amukhanam Sukhmangal Deepadhanam Maya Diyate Tava Pratishtata. Like this, and you're praying in your mind. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. And all the form. 5. Jai Krishna Hare Sri Krishna Hare Dukhiyo ko dukha dur kare. Jai 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 Krishna Hare. Jab char taraf andhiyara aasha ka dur kinara fir tu hi na kewana वाला हो फिर तू ही बेड़ा पार करो. जय 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 कृष्ण. तो चाहे तो Shanti, Om Manah Shanti, Om Atma Shanti. Now, bring for Martina. Come on the second. Now we'll invite the in-laws and the grandchildren. We'll all join in a bhajan which says, Chalo Prabhu ki nagariya duniya ke naata tor ke. Let us relinquish the world and proceed to the city of God, and leaving no one except God is our greatest friend. Chalo Prabhu ki nagariya duniya se naata tor ke. Chalo Prabhu ki nagariya से नाता तोड़ के, तेरा कोई नहीं साथी धर्म की नाता जोड़ ले। चलो प्रभु की नगरिया, दुनिया से नाता तोड़ के। एक दिन भैया इस दुनिया से परेंगे सबको जाना, कौरी कौरी जाम किया सब छोर की महल खजाना, यहाँ कोई न रहेगा माता पिता से नाता जोड़ ले। चलो प्रभु की नगरिया, दुनिया से नाता तोड़ के। चलो प्रभु की नगरिया, दुनिया से नाता तोड़ के। पेट पकड़ के रोवे मैया, बाह पकड़ के भैया, पेट पकड़ के रोवे मैया, बाह पकड़ के भैया, पाव पकड़ के रोवे मैया, हे मेरी भैया मैया कहाँ जाती हुआ खेला सैया, लाल चुनरिया चोर के। चलो प्रभु की नगरिया, दुनिया से नाता तोड़ के। दरवाजी तक पत्नी साथी, मरगत तक सुत प्यारे, दरवाजी तक पत्नी साथी, मरगत तक सुत प्यारे, चिता जले तक प्रेमी साथी, चिता जले तक प्रेमी सावी, सबके जाय किनारा सब अंत की बराती भैया, धर्म की नाता जोड़ ले। चलो प्रभु की नगरिया, दुनिया से नाता तोड़ के। मुट्ठी बांध के जन्म लिया था, हाथ खोर कर जाना, मुट्ठी बांध के जन्म लिया था, हाथ खोल कर जाना, कोटी बंगला महल तारे, सारे बड़ा खजाना तेरा रहे नहीं संग, धर्म की नाता जोड़ के। चलो प्रभु की नगरिया, दुनिया से नाता तोड़ के। चलो प्रभु की नगरिया, दुनिया से नाता तोड़ के। Anyone else wishing to come and put up flowers, you are most welcome at this time. कोई रोए कोई गाए, कैसा तेरा संसार, मालिक कैसा तेरा संसार। कोई समझ नहीं पाए तेरा कारोबार, मालिक कैसा तेरा संसार। उजड़ जाए जब रैन बसेरा, पंछी सिर धुन रोई, कोई न जाने दर्द किसी का, सब मतलब में कोई। अंबर नीर बहाए करे पुकार मालिक धरती परे पुकार कोई रोए कोई गाए तैसा तेरा संसार मालिक कैसा तेरा संसार दिन के संग तू न रात बनाए फूलों की संग काटे जाने कहाँ किसी जगह बैठक तू ये सुख दुख बाटे पत्थर जहाँ मुस्काई रोए वही बहार मालिक रोए रही बहार कोई रोए कोई गाए कैसा तेरा संसार मालिक कैसा तेरा संसार At this time, I would like to invite to deliver the eulogy Chelsea and Teresa.
If a herring and a half cost a penny and a half, how much will you get for 3 cents? Papa would always ask me every evening when he picked me up from primary school, and every time I would ask him the answer because he was the mathematician and spelling bee champ. Papa, I wish you was here because I still don't know the answer. Sookmangal Christopher, my papa, was better known as Chris, Chanaman, Sukul, Crow, Crows, Dollaries, Peaks, and many other names. Pa was born to the late Dune and Christiana Christopher.
He was the husband of Primati Christopher, father of Manoj, Shamla, and Rishi, the grandfather of Kusha and Sharasa, father-in-law to Janice, Shamla, and Raj, as well as grandfather-in-law of Ahmad.
In his younger days, Pa lived Plumita and Ma lived Brigham Hill. This is where their Indian movie began. Pa would carry Ma's family to the cinema and the beach. One day at the beach, both Ma and Pa were sitting in his jeep where they began talking. There, they both fall in love and knew they wanted to be with each other forever. Ma insisted she only wanted to get married to Pa, and so she did. His favorite movie was April Fools, which he always carried her to the cinema to watch. Pa was a businessman who always worked hard. He planted melon and rice to sell. He was a truck driver who later became the owner of a few taxis. He got the nickname Chana Man when Pa and Ma opened their Chana and Nuts business. Whatever it may be, Pa did what he had to do in order to take care of his family. Pa, Ma wanted you to know, thank you for being a loving husband who always shared your food with her and gave her the prettiest of gifts.
Pa had 3 beautiful children, Manoj, Shamla, and Rishi. He loved them so dearly, he would have done every and anything for them. He boasted to his friends how much he loved them. They surely knew, which gave them the strength to dedicate their time. And play cards. Manoj's favorite memory of Pa was from the early age of 7, where they watched television until it cut off, and if he became hungry, they would enjoy fried egg and bhaji made by Pa himself.
Oh, how he loved his daughter Shamala too. He sent people to look for the best dressed, most beautiful short girl where she lived. He was the best father in her eyes. She learned of many places because he told her to always read signs and to look back when walking the road. Shamala's favorite memory of him was when she was younger. She enjoyed when Pa rolled the bhaji and rice into small balls and fed her. To her, that's how it tasted the sweetest. And the baby of the family is baby Rishi. In Pa Elan's days, when his Alzheimer's acted up, when he couldn't remember, all Rishi had to say was, "It's me, boy, Sukudung." Pa smiled and said, "Oh yes." Sukudung kept Pa's secrets, as when he was small, Pa would carry Rishi for drives in his Fortuner, open a beer and tell him, "Shh, don't tell your mother."
Papa loved his daughter-in-laws, who he treated no less than a daughter. Daniel, Daniel, he would call his daughter Janice when he came home from driving taxi all day. He was a family man, checking each day that we ate good things. Pa would knock his table as a drum to Tujhe Pyar Kaate Hai, his favorite song from the April Fools movie, while Auntie Shamla sang along and Raj danced, all 3 having a ball as we looked on.
Pa was the best grandfather. He never wanted to see me cry. He was so elated when Ahmad and I got married. "I love you, Papa. You are the epitome of how a man should love his family. Thank you for showing me what love is."
Pa, you'll always be my favorite storyteller. I'll never forget the stories you told me of your younger days, especially the crazy ones about your encounters with Sookmangal and Lara. Even on the rainier days, when he wasn't feeling too well, he still never failed to make us laugh or enjoy ourselves. I'm grateful you were here to share many important moments in my life with me, and I know you're there cheering me on in spirit eternally. Papa was a legend, the best singer and driver. always friendly and helpful to those near and far. Life will never be the same without this inspiring man. And though we are all sad that you have passed, we are grateful you got to experience your love and kindness. It is what we will hold on forever to help us each day. We will cherish the memories we have made with you and will continue to carry your words.
एक दिन हमें भी जाना है। This bhajan says, one day we are all going to leave this world. एक दिन हमें भी जाना है, जगह चला जाता है सारा इसका, कौन ठिकाना है। एक दिन हमें भी जाना है, खूब मौज कर देख तमाशा, खूब मौज कर देख तमाशा, खेलन खेलो खेल, करनी है सो कर ले रे बंदे, करनी है सो कर ले रे बंदे, फिर नहीं आना है। एक दिन हमें भी जाना है, एक दिन हमें भी जाना है, जगह चला जाता है सारा इसका, कौन ठिकाना है। एक दिन हमें भी जाना है। कौरी कौरी करके जोरी, कौरी कौरी करके जोरी, मालिक जाना है, संग न जाए कर ले रे बंदे, संग न जाए कर ले रे बंदे, फिर पछताना है। एक दिन हमें भी जाना है, एक दिन हमें भी जाना, जगह चला जाता है सारा इसका, कौन ठिकाना है। एक दिन हमें भी जाना है, एक दिन हमें भी जाना है। My dear brothers and sisters, we have all gathered this morning to perform the Anteshti Karam. Ant means end, final. There are 16 sacraments in a Hindu's life. And the last one is the rituals and rites, as you are seeing we are performing. It is a sacrament. And anybody who dies, you always perform a sacrament, asking God to grant unto the family the courage to bear the loss, to bless the remains, to either go dust to dust or ashes to ashes. And then, finally, after we ask the Lord to bless the remains, so it shall go back to its respective place, we say, Lord, we are out of control of the soul. Now, if I ask anybody here to identify the deceased, you heard in the eulogy, the deceased was a gardener. You heard he used to drive truck. I remember he being a taxi driver. I remember him selling chana. And so we'll identify the body by what he did. But none of us have the power to identify the divine spark, which is life, which has left the body. You cannot say that is the soul of the late Sukul. You cannot identify the soul, and that is why today is a day where we say to Lord Krishna, the Lord, we ask you with open arms to embrace the soul and take it to your abode where there is no more pain and no more suffering. Many a times we realize that life on earth is experienced in different ways. Now you heard about how he and his wife met. I remember as a little boy going to the Plumita Presbyterian School. They built a flat house at the Lagoon Junction there, and they lived happily. I remember Manoj being born there, and he running and playing and whatnot. And the Christopher family, they may quarrel at home, but not outside. They were very, very nice people on the outside. Now, if you do hear a complaint, well, you have to accept the complaint. But I said, tell Auntie Polly, I don't believe you. And so the brothers lived. Now he had a brother named Boya. When you go in the recreation ground, you must know he is alive. Oh my God, Ramdasi had a hard time. But if you pass and you talk to him, he will talk so nice and laugh and everything. My Janavatis, they were loving people. I remember vividly his mother and father. And they used to live on the hill. So the question is, why he had to go through so much in life? I will tell you. The poet sang a bhajan. Now, I never know the deceased to be a wicked man. He was a kind man. When he used to come to the tire shop of ours, he would sit down and talk for long. Sometimes he say, Pandit, hold a bottle of chana. I say, I ain't like chana, I like nuts. But Primati nuts was the best nuts. It was peppery, it was nice, and he always was a giving man. I don't know how he survived the business, but he used to give plenty. But that was the nature of the family he came from. And we may be praying people, but each one of us, whatever is written in our destiny, shall come to pass. Now, I will tell you, it was a Kartik Nahan, and the Pandit came from Kaparo and he was doing a puja. And Kartik Nahan, everybody doing puja on the beach. And the dry coconut fall from the tree, hit him on the head, and he died instantly there. Now everybody will look at the dry coconut hit the man on the head and he died. Then go look at the man was praying and he died. Now you see this plastic, this here. If it have a black spot, what do you think everybody will see? They will see the black spot. They so God, that black spot spoil the tarpaulin. But the circumference of the tarpaulin is more white than black. But why we cannot see the circumference of the white, which is more than the black? You do good your whole life, and you do one bad, everybody talking about the bad. That is because we does not understand life and we live in ignorance. Now we may say, look, well, I have to thank God, I seen it positive. The family went through a traumatic time at the end with COVID, and today the box can still come home. But what's about in the days gone by when COVID was rampant with Delta, and you didn't know if you have a piece of wood, if you have a stone, or an empty box. You didn't know that. But today at least we could see his face. So we have to give God praise and thanks, for things have gotten better than worse. So the bhajan says, Koi lak kare chaturai karam ka lekhamite nar bhai karam ka lekhamite nar bhai zara samjho isaki sachai re karam ka lekhamite nar bhai. That whatever is written in our destination will come to pass. My dear devotees, and don't ever underestimate the Lord and his works. You know why? He is in control and he knows what he's doing. The deceased has burnt out all his bad karmas right here. Now, the man was a good man. The man at thief, I never know them to be thieving. I never know them to be dishonest people. He always been a charitable person. He always helping out people. He was very kind. And why all these things should happen to him? Because there is a past. It is your past that brings you into the present, and it's your present going to take you into the future. If there was never a past, then all of us should be born in wealthy homes, free from all diseases. Then you're born in a country where there are natural disasters. And so, my dear devotees, according to the time, the place, and position where you are born, different things will affect you. So the rain was falling, so you see, I am a good forecaster. I told them, I say either Friday or Monday we go do the funeral. You see how the sun shining? Maybe he was a UNC, that is why the sun shining so. Today the sun is shining, and today is the day destined for him to depart from this world physically. Now the kind of rain it had Friday, Saturday and Sunday, it would have been real turmoil to perform this funeral. So God has put everything in place with a rhythm. But we just don't want to comprehend the works of God. We want to interfere with the works of God. Oh my God, look today. The evil is so much prevailing in the world that I see a clipping. People going to Mount St. Benedict and they kneeling down and praying with their troubles. And the bandit and them coming from the back and take the purse and they're gone. You're praying. They spare in temples, mosques, churches. They have no respect because the holy book says that. In Ramayana says there will become a time that there will be no respect for religion. And the time is coming. It says children would not honor their parents. But today I can stand firmly and say, these children are blessed children. They are blessed children. From son to daughter-in-law. And a wife who stood at his side. And that is what you call dedication and true love. You know, when he took the operation, I saw her. And I made a promise, I will come to see him. When I heard he died, I felt so bad. But then, I didn't know all you have told it to. So maybe the Lord was preventing me from coming. Because I would have wanted to see him. So then, God put that in order again. So, what is written in your destiny shall come to pass. इस दुनिया में भाग्य के आगे चलना किसी का उपाय कागज हो तो सब कोई बाचे करमन बाचा जाए एक दिन इसी किस्मत की कारण बन हो गए तेरे घुराई रे करम का लेख मिटे नर भाई करम का लेख मिटे नर. Accept every situation that comes into your life once you are living a life that God is pleased with. Anytime you live in a life that God is not pleased with and something is happening, then check upon yourself. Live a life that will be pleasing to God and beneficial to you. And in this world, we all have to come to terms that nobody can come to Tunstone here. I did a funeral here of his father-in-law. So they are doing his funeral. And so through the length and breadth of this country, I have been doing funerals. It is designed in different ways. Sometimes the boxes are more expensive box, the boxes are cheaper box. And so the clothing, I tell you, you see some kind of clothing, eh? You want to know when you get to wear one of that. That is why I just tell all you people while you live in, dress the best, eat the best, live the best, pray plenty, pray more than you eat, accept God in your life as your Lord and Savior. Because when this day comes, we can only take this body and reach it to the banks of the Caroni River and cremate it. But then we have to come back empty-handed because the Lord is in control. If the Lord is in control, then we should just be a devotee who surrenders to God. Because you could go to sleep as a rich man, and in your dream, you dream you lose all your wealth, and how you're going to be sorrowing and crying and beating up yourself. And when you get up, you're still a rich man. You're a poor man. You dream you win the lotto. You become rich in your dreams. But when you get up, you're still a poor man. So this world is not our home, we are just passing through. Nothing is real into this world. Everything in this world is not real. We are not this body, but we are divine spark which came from God. And from God we came, and God we shall return. Therefore, if that is our journey, which is G-O-D, whether you call him Ram, Krishna, Christ, Allah, Buddha, whatever you wish to call him, there is only one God. Make him your friend. He says in the Gita that I am your mother, I am your father, I am the sustainer of the universe, I am the Lord, I am the witness, I am everything to you. And is however we perceive God, that is how God is going to appear to us. In the Ramayana, Ravana saw God as his enemy. And on the battlefield, Ram was not the enemy of Ravan. Ravan was the enemy of Ram. And so, my dear devotees, when Sri Ram shocked Ravana, Ravan put his hands together. He said, Lord, why have you shot me like a hunter? He said, Ravan, I haven't shot you. He said, that which was destroying you, I destroyed that. Hatred, jealousy, greed, lust, etc. These are the things that are building walls amongst us. Hatred, jealousy, greed, lust. Those are the things that are destroying us. You go somewhere and you see somebody you don't like, you say, I don't want to sit down there, I'll go and fight in the back. Anytime you start living like that, you have plenty stress. And stress is something that's killing. So man is his own friend and man is his own enemy. I don't have no enemies. Who want to vex with me? This is the age I have. Where are you going to vex now? 60 years I have. And just now I go down 62. Now time to vex with people? But that doesn't mean to say if you come into advantage, I go lay your advantage and say, you know, my age, you know? No, no. Why do you think they give you that? The left is for the hospital and the right is for the cemetery. So you have to come with full force and attack me because I will attack back with full force. So if you come, I'll give you the left first, send you in the hospital. If you come too hard, I'll give you the two and you'll be dead. So don't let nobody advantage you. God didn't say let them advantage you. He says live and let live. And even look, my Christian brothers and sisters here, and they say we must be our brother's keeper, our sister's keeper. How are you going to be a keeper when you have enemies? Because you don't know who will bring the last drop of water and give you. You know? Look how big this family was. And look, only one brother remained. One. Last surviving brother. All gone. My father had brothers and sisters, 11 children my Aji had. All gone. You don't think we will go too? Yes, we are going to go. But when we do go, we must realize that we have to answer for every action we perform on this earth. And that is why you have the holy books. You have the Ramayana, you have the Gita, you have the Bible, you have the Quran. Which one you choose to read, follow what the book has and live by the words of God. You see, if you buy a washing machine, you know, my sister that work by side, to every piece of appliances there will come a manual. So you follow the manual. But we human beings, we don't need manual, we perfect. And there we have our shortcomings. We have to follow the divine manual of the scriptures. And he says, do good unto others as you would like good be done unto you. He says, love your neighbor as you want to love yourself. But this word they call love, I only heard it from the children. That was true love for him. You showed him all the love, despite how hard the struggle was. To mind a sick person is not an easy thing. I could tell you, my father had stroke for 14 months. And like one day they stay too long because you want him healed. And when I saw him died in my hands, I said, Lord, what an experience. So my dear devotees, sickness is a reminder that there is a God who will give you not more than what you could carry. And everything that starts must come to an end. You see, his journey started, it come to an end. So don't ever give up your faith. Always trust in the Lord Sri Krishna. For he will be our refuge and our strength. And once we place our faith in him, we'll be able to cross every hurdles. Now, you look, even when the Lord came on earth, he didn't see good times. When Ram came, he had to go in the forest for 14 years and sleep on the hard ground. He had to face up a battle. When Lord Krishna came, his own uncle, his mamu, his mother brother, caused him to be born in a prison. They imprisoned the mother. And when the Christ came, who betrayed him? A man they called Judas. And where Judas was, the closest to Christ. And what they do with him? They nail him on a cross. But they went through all that pain and suffering for us to see that we too will go through pain and suffering, because this world is where it has birth, death, joy, sorrow, pain, pleasure. It has all that. Having all this, if you enjoy youthful days, you don't expect the old days to come where you have pain all over your body. Where a man who had to tell old people the rain go fall, them does know before, 2-3 days before. And mother, 2-3 days before they go tell you rain go fall, eh? Because the knees start to pain. You start to feel different in the body. And praying people just tell you something will happen before it happens. So my dear brothers and sisters, you know, I just been doing so many funerals, and recently, from COVID to now, I have done all kind of funerals. It's sad. You just think about, you know, a wicked man walk in the road, he fall long and he dead. You say, but he live his whole life wicked and look how he dead good. And a good man, he has to go through all the pain and suffering. Don't worry with that. Whatever that wicked man do, he has to be accountable for it. So they say, if your neighbor have colored television in their house, be satisfied with your black and white. One day, color will come in your house. So if you see somebody drop on dead, don't worry. At the end of it, you know what they're going to issue? Something called a death certificate. Then go issue a joyful certificate, you know. It go called death certificate. So 2 things we just inherit, a birth certificate and a death certificate. When you come, you inherit a birth certificate. And when you die, you inherit a death certificate. And on the program, you're going to see the day he was born in 1946, and day he died, 17th August 2022. So dates are important, but more important than the dates is God the Supreme Father. So make him a part of your life. Place him into your heart. And I will tell you, the world would not get any better, but it will get worse. So start getting on your knees and praying. If you haven't accepted God in your life, accept God. Because he is our only Savior. And today we have gathered to bid our brother farewell, but we have also gathered to extend our sympathy to the family, and also to say a word for our brother, because he is on his back and we are on our feet. We could pray and ask God to help him, but he has mouth and cannot speak. Ears cannot hear. So the best time to speak to the Lord is like now. So today, we praying for our brother, that if in any way he has sinned and fallen short of the glory of God, may his sins be forgiven. But brother, as you are going today, we are going to follow suit. Now death don't have no respect for age. A child now born, next 5 minutes he died. You hear a 35-year-old boy get a heart attack, he died. I did a funeral. The lady had 90 years. 90 years. And she died. So my dear devotees, is all age. So what age you are going to die, do you know? No. But what you know is to prepare yourself and live for God. Don't think about that, because that's coming. That's coming. And when it comes and it knocks at your door, you can't hide. You will run, but you can't hide. So I'll tell you a little story here, and I will conclude. It was around Christmas time. Well, around Christmas time, everybody baking and all kind of thing. So the master of that went to this lady's house. And he said, I've come for you today. She said, but I'm baking. He said, I have no business of what you do. What are you doing? He said, well, here now. Let me bake the cake. Drink a glass of sorrel betime. Rest yourself in the hammock. And me and you go have sorrel and cake together. And then you go take me. So I will leave the cake for the children. So he said, well, okay. It's a good plan. So the lady used to take Xanax. You know why Xanax? Sleeping tablet. So she had 2 bottles and she grind it and she put it in a cake. She said, you think you will take me? I will take you today. So as she baked the cake, hot cake that tastes nice. In the village we came from, when they done bake, you scraping the baking tin and all, and you eating that. Auntie Polly? Yeah, when they mix the butter and the sugar, we licking that and all. Those days had Christmas, now don't have Christmas, Because when the new curtain hang up, and the plastic spread out, and the apple and the grapes inside the house, and this cake kicking up, well, I tell you, it's like a football game inside there, And you're only waiting for your mother to go to sleep, and you're going and pinch the cake. My mother had a big blue pot so. Have fruit cake, sponge cake, pone, and you could smell it throughout the village. That was Christmas. But what we getting for Christmas, a little caps gone. And we're so happy with that. So the lady now cut a nice big slice and she gave it to him. So when he get up, he said, oh my God, I'm late. So the lady name was last below. So you know what she did? While he was asleep, her name was on top. She take it and she put it below. And she take the person's name below and put it on top. So when he get up and he see late, he say, oh God, I can't eat this cake now. So the name that's on top, when you now get up how you kind of foolish the day. He seen the below as the top and he seen the top as the below. And he saw her name below. He said, no, you have to go right away. You could fool man, but you can't fool God. Man dead, money dead, scheme do dead. So the lady thought Xanax could have helped she. It didn't help she. She thought erasing her name could have helped her. It didn't help her. And she still had to go. Therefore, we all know we have to go. Just prepare yourself. Don't think about death. Think about living. And live good every moment of your life. And when you live good, you're going to die good. My dear devotees, our brother, you know there is a reason why he got COVID. That had to take him faster. God had to shorten his time. And you know why? Because he was a moving man, an active man. And when he got the stroke, he got slowed down. Now once you come from Flomita, you come from the lagoon, you walk in, day and night you walk in. It don't have nothing like retirement. The only time you retire is when you expire. Always remember that. Don't reach 60 years and start to get NIS and say, I retire. That you're calling debt upon yourself. You only retire when you expire. And when you expire, that is the end. Who behind? God will take care of them. So my dear brothers and sisters, my message to you this morning is to live good. And to live good is to every action we are about to do, make sure God is going to be pleased with it. And that is going to give us a good destination in the hereafter. I can assure you that this brother will have a good destiny in the hereafter. You know why? He lived a good life. But if he gave any trouble or little trouble, don't worry about that. I will tell you something. They say where you pick up your fresh food, go and blow your nose there. If it have a pool of mud here, and all you there and your father take a rock and dash it in the pool of mud, he will splash on you and your father. He will splash on you all. So you all, your karmas has entwined with his karmas. So you have to be part of this journey. And go through all the afflictions and little pain and suffering. But it comes to an end. Nothing is for everlasting. God will only give you so much you could bear. And now, he is gone. But let us rejoice in the sense of that all his suffering has come to an end. Come to an end and ask God to take him safely. And your mother and father who make you dead and gone. You accepted that. So one day God will take we and all and go. They will have to accept that. So everybody, aaye bhi akela, jaye bhi akela, do din ke zindagi, do din ka mela. We in this world only for 2 days, live happy and be happy. And when that time comes, just let go and let God. Let us all stand. Roses. We'll have the putting of the roses. So the immediate family, please come as we bid our brother our final Sitaram. Sitaram, Sitarama, Sitaram kahiye. All right, before I continue, I want to talk to the cameraman. Sitarama, Sitarama, Sitarama kahiye, jaye vidhi rakhe Rama, jaye vidhi rakhe Rama, taye vidhi rahiye. Sitarama, Sitarama. मुख में हो राम नाम राम सेवा हाथ में, तू अकेला नहीं प्यारे, राम तेरे साथ में। विधि का विधान जान, विधि का विधान जान, हान लभ सहिए। सीताराम 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 कहिए, जाए विधि राखे राम, जाए विधि राखे राम, ताये विधि रहिए। सीताराम 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 सीताराम। See, brother? All time. At least he's still strong, eh? Excellent. Good. Yes. All right, the 3 children stand. Okay. Daughter-in-law, grandchildren want to come around the box. Raj, come now, boy. It's an official, but. Come on, let's take flowers. We're going on to the final first. Or we should wait on Hannah. Let her go and we'll wait on her. Yeah. Sit down meantime. She's just going to use the washroom. Give all the children flowers. Give her some flowers then. Come, friend. Let us all stand as I say, to every funeral I do, despite whatever religion you may belong to, I want you to pray to God as you know Him. And let us ask that, oh God, may you grant unto this family the courage to bear their loss. But more so, Lord, if this brother has done anything wrong, knowingly or unknowingly, consciously or unconsciously, we ask forgiveness of his sins. Take him in your arms, O Lord, where there is no more pain and suffering, but eternal joy and happiness. Hari Om Mantrahinam Kriyahinam Bhaktihinam Janardanam Yata Pujitam Maya Devam Paripuranam Tadashtume Anadhinidhano Devaha Sankachakra Gadadhara Akshay Pundari Kaksha Pretamoksha Prado Bhava Tvameva Mata Chapita Tvameva Tvameva Bandhu Chasakha Tvameva Tvameva Vidya Dravidam Tvameva Tvameva Sarvam Mama Deva Deva Om Shanti 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 Hari Om Bolo Ram Nam Satya hai wahi sabka Ghat hai. Manoj, Pranav is stuck onto the single with the other line. You take this oil. Right? Yeah. Chop it up, eh? Go pick some. Alright. Yeah, what now we use it. Just bring quick. Right. Cover it. Cover this. Put that in that. Just keep pressing on there. Alright, get the boys now. One the boys. Manoj go there here, you go there here. All have to hold with your left hand, right? Shamala? Yeah. You have to. You just rest your hand. Where is that then? Shamala? Yeah. Come. These are the things that will come back. Right? You tell you when you go down. All the boys are this piece. This piece. Huh? No, alright. 2, 3, go pick up. Okay. Thirs, put his head here. If you come here, the three always stand up on this side. Just raise the lid in. Let's do that. Pavitri, Dharana, Maya. Do little and Yam Ghore, Yam Dware, Deepam, Maya, Diyate, Tavavu Pratishtatam. What is it? Om Prithvi Tattva Shanti. Om Manaha Shanti, Atma Shanti. Alright, open there. Om Amukha Kotra, Amukha Pretasya, Amukhanam Simangal, Sookmangal, Christopher, Dvitiya Pendadana Mayadiyate Tavavu Pratishtatam. Take the penda in the right hand and put it in the left hand. Right, put it in the left hand and just rest the penda on the right hand. All right. Give us the bottle of sanitizer, please. Om Tilanjalam Maya Diyate. Throw it on the penda. Open your fingers. No. Yes, yes. Om Pach Tattva Shanti, Om Manah Shanti, Om Atma Shanti. All right. Take up the cloth and the box and everything. Cover the box. Bolo Ram Naam, Satya hai, Wahi Sabka Khat hai. Everybody.
Facing the direction. You cannot wrap the handles with the cloth.
Very Ara boy. All right, come boys. Manoj. All right, everybody. All right.
तुझे प्यार करते रहेंगे कि दिल बन के दिल में धड़कते रहेंगे कहीं भी रहूं मेरा दिल तो यही है तुझे भूल जाऊं ये मुमकिन नहीं है कहीं भी रहूं मेरा दिल तो यही है घटे चांद लेकिन मुझे गम न होगा तेरा प्यार दिल से कभी कम न होगा गुजरने को ये दिन गुजरते रहेंगे के दिल बन के दिल में धड़कते रहेंगे तुझे प्यार करते रहेंगे कि दिल बन के दिल में धड़कते रहेंगे करते रहेंगे कि दिल बन के दिल में धड़कते रहेंगे।